Welcome back, students, to the second half of the chapter 1.4 Pillars of Democracy. Last time we had stopped at the point where the author says that one person, one vote, and one vote is one value. If we don't follow that principle, surely the country or the nation is going to crumble down. The next point that the author brings forward is the principle of fraternity. What is fraternity? Fraternity is a sense of common brotherhood, that all the people are one. Okay, we are under the one roof. With this principle, this principle gives us a sense of unity and solidarity, that we are all together, and whatever come may, we fight together for our nation. To make this point even more stronger, he tells us a story related by James Bryce in his volume on American Commonwealth about United States of America. So this story is about United States of America, and the author quotes it exactly as stated by Bryce. What he says is, some years ago, the American Protestant Episcopal Church was occupied at its triennial convention in revising its liturgy. So, the church, it's the American Protestant Episcopal Church, it was involved in the 300th anniversary celebration, and along with that it was revising its liturgy. Liturgy meaning the rites which are prescribed for public worship. So the ceremony, whatever was to be conducted. Before that ceremony, they thought that it would be nice to recite a small prayer to introduce among the short sentence prayer, a prayer for the whole people. And so, an eminent New England divine proposed the words, "O Lord, bless our nation." So this was a short prayer said as in a plain statement, okay, but then nobody thought that this prayer would evoke such a controversy, that it would start a spark somewhere, that the next day it was sent for consideration, that no, this was not meant to be said in this way, because there were objections raised by the members, by the laity meaning the members of the religious community or the church. They said that nation, the word nation shouldn't have been used here, okay, the word which is associated with the national unity, nation, they said nation is not the right word to be used here. Instead, it should have been, "O Lord, bless these United States." Now you can think over and say that whether it is United States, whether it's a nation, our country, the people of US, it would hardly make any difference. But then a point was raised on such a small issue. So what the author is trying to draw our attention is, when there is so little solidarity, when people are in disagreement, they felt that this was not the right word in US, okay, and the people feel that they are still not a nation yet, okay, they are a nation, but they felt that this was not the right word to be used. So if the people of US could not feel that they were a nation, consider our situation, how would it be in India, okay? So he says, "I remember the days when the politically minded Indians resented the expression." Resented means they were angry that the people, they didn't want us to be referred as the people of India. They wanted us as the Indian nation. It makes no difference. One thing can be expressed in several different ways, okay, but maybe the feeling associated it might be different. Maybe because of that they were saying that they were not happy with the people of India, but it should be the Indian nation. So what he is saying is, I am of the opinion that in believing that we are a nation, we are cherishing a great delusion. So if we think we are a huge nation, we are there is unity in diversity, we are in a very big mistake, okay. we are in a very wrong impression that we are united. No, we are still divided in so many ways, because we are a diverse country with so many diverse cultures, languages, religion, so many number of castes, and not only caste but the subcaste here. So when we are divided in so many ways, how can we be a nation? That's a valid question. The sooner we realize that we are not yet a nation in the social and psychological, in the social ways and psychologically, in our mindset also, we are not ready to accept that we are a nation yet. So he says the earlier we come to the realization of the fact that we are still not a nation yet, the better it is for us. The realization, what is that will unite us, is not the caste, not the language, nothing of these. But then when we stand together as a nation and we stand to fulfill our goals and objectives, okay. But then different countries, some because see, different countries have their different needs and different objectives, right? We are a developing nation and our objectives are different from US, and our objectives might be different from some other country as well. So what problems US has, those problems might not be there in our country. Our country might have and has many other problems which needs to be looked upon. So the US doesn't have the problem of caste. In India there are many castes, okay. The castes are anti-national, they go against our country, okay. If you raise one issue, it can create an havoc, okay. But then we say that we are a secular state and we don't follow any state religion, okay. We are not a Hindu, we are not a Muslim or a Christian state, we are a secular, we follow secularism. In the first place they bring about separation, okay. They don't unite us but they divide us. They are anti-national and so they create jealousy. What they do is create jealousy, insecurity among the people, antipathy, dislike, intolerance amongst the people, because we belong to so many different castes and creed. So what we got to do is to try to overcome these difficulties, and if we want to be a nation in the real sense. For fraternity can be a fact only when there is a nation, okay. So we need to come together. We are not different, although we might be different, we have so many we may be diverse in many ways, but we are still strong. We stand strong and united, only then we will stand strong as a nation. Otherwise what will happen, see, these principles need to exist in our country. Along with fraternity we need equality and liberty, otherwise it will be no deeper than the coats of paint. It's just on the pages and it's just a coat of paint which will just fade away and get washed away in the rain. So we don't want that. We want that feeling of unity and integrity towards the nation to be ingrained in our minds and in our hearts as well. So this is all about what Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar wanted to tell us, okay. This is how we are going to become so if the pillars of the nation are strong, only then can we build a strong nation. So I hope you have understood this chapter. Thank you.